All right. Greetings. Y'all can hear me, hopefully. Good to see you. And welcome. Had to had to take care of some pressing, urgent pressing. Oh, hi Mars is back. Hi Mars. Curious. Oh, I guess I would have to unban you from the chat. All right, I just unbanned you. See what a nice guy I am. Hi Mars. What prompted you to name yourself Hi Mars? I wonder. What's the inspiration? So inspirational. The military hardware named HIMARS is so inspirational. I guess it's not any different from somebody like naming themselves AK. I'm AK. I come from the CA. Pop Glocks in your face. Something. See? Salman Rockfin. Hello, infidels. That's right. And Jazz Farm, coffee is not good for you. That's what part of what I was. I don't know why I need coffee. Part of the equation and starting a little bit late, just a little bit late. But is this coffee consumption now exceeds production? Is this like on a worldwide level or like a personal level? Everybody loves the coffee. See, just writing jingles and stuff. If you want it, you need a globe. Really, so coffee consumption exceeds production. That is really very interesting. So, what happens when consumption exceeds production of a particular item? What happens? First of all, it gets real expensive. Second of all, it's probably a signal that we're approaching some kind of overshoot. Club of Rome, anybody? I know Club of Rome is supposed to be like some Rockefeller bop it boop bap, and they're just all crazy people who are. It could just be that their data was correct. Yeah, maybe the weird people were behind it, the study, or maybe they're involved somehow. But it doesn't. Could be that they were like scientists feeding data into a computer and getting an answer and going, "Well, this is the answer." You know. There's also that. There's just like simple, I don't even know if we would call it science, but just simple like, you know, putting data into whatever, an equation or a computer or whatever it is you want to put it into, and then getting an answer out, and then the answer is this. The answer is this. You know, it doesn't. Yes, there are people who might want to fudge the numbers, who might want to play with the numbers. There are also people that might want to use the real numbers for nefarious means. All of these things could be true. Did you know, like, silver is really important? There's a depletion of all kinds of uh, metals and minerals that we use in production of computers and such. Like silver is a part of, like, it's in all your it's on phones, it's in computers. Silver is very very useful metal, uh, and yet it's so cheap, right? And people uh, know, or absolutely know for a fact, that the price of silver is greatly manipulated, like hugely manipulated, to keep it so cheap. Why? Because it's used in the production of so many things. if it were actually, there's not that much silver in the world, and if silver were priced, on a free market, it would probably be, wildly expensive. It might be like, $200, $300, $500 an ounce. But right now it's like 20 or whatever it is, 25. It keeps hovering right around the, between the 15 and the 30. Hold on one second, guys. Give me a moment, okay?
Oh, thanks.
Appreciate it. Nice. Coffee delivery. Now I'm double fisting coffee. And that's high living. Nice. Right. Silver is, going to be worth what it's going to be worth after, the markets are over, right? When there's no stock market or ETFs or anything else to manipulate the price of silver, or large hedge funds or banks or whatever. When all those are gone, then silver will be worth what it's worth. But it's just, at the moment, it's kind of weird, right? And you would expect silver to be worth a whole lot of money, but it's just kind of sitting there, just kind of sitting there. All right. Well, what's up? All right, we got people in the chats. We got a good number of people in the chats. I'm kind of over time here as far as the chatting part. We're live on Twitter. Rockfin. Oh my god. We're live on Twitter, Rockfin, YouTube, Colin. I can't even remember all the names of the places where we're live. HIMARS says, HIMARS are saving Ukraine. Thank you, America, for helping Ukraine fight fascist Russia. All right, thanks, HIMARS. I don't know if anybody really... I don't know, HIMARS. I don't know. All I can say is good luck with that. The Dow is at 37,000. Shoot, why am I not trading Dow right now? Dow right now. I'm trading some crypto mess right now. Oh, I don't even have the Dow on my thing. Anyways. Crazy. Maybe the big pump before the dump. I don't know. Max Sarge, part of it is JP Morgan's manipulation. They own more silver than anyone. Yeah, well, sure. There's a lot of speculation that we're heading towards some kind of collapse. Speaking of collapse, Brazilian gospel singer Pedro Henrique, 30, collapses and dies during a live performance. Wow, wonder what's going on here. Wonder what could cause such things. Shoot. Okay, I'm just going to have to suck it up here and get on it. Just a moment, y'all. Please don't put it in the thing. Please don't put it in the thing. Yeah. Let's see. Just have to take this bit by bit. Hanson is so hot right now? Sure. Well, we'll start with these. who knows? It seems like people are just falling down on the so wherever they're standing. Such a weird phenomenon. From Doomer Girl News. Social collapse has begun. Everyone is working 2 to 3 jobs without meaning. Stuck in an always connected online world, stressed to our limits and with no escape. It's taking a terrible toll on us. We are losing the skills required to exist in a healthy, complex society. Possibly. I think there's still healthy. I think there are healthy ways to live, and I think there's ways to try and set your own boundaries around what the world has given us. However, there are limits, right? There are limits to people's. Not only are there limits to growth, but there are limits to people's abilities to withstand stresses. And a lot of people are experiencing the stress, and that's true. And there's also one way to deal with stress, which is like, you are here, right? You're on the map, the little circle. You are here, and you got to write it to the best of your abilities, right? Try and make good decisions, and beyond that, a lot of things you can't control, right? Sam Carana with the doubling down on a double blue ocean event. What the heck? I mean, if you want to hear just the absolute most bananas predictions, and no offense to Sam Carana or whoever he may be, she or he. Sam could be a she. A double blue ocean event could occur in 2024. Double blue ocean event. So like no Arctic sea ice and like no Antarctic sea ice in the same year. Man. Well, first of all, that's a lot. That's a lot of, again, this, if this is lining up, I guess, with Going South's predictions, I don't, if that actually happens, I just don't see civilization really like functioning. I see, that's a double blue ocean event would spell pretty much a collapse of like everything else. And that's a lot of energy. Man, that's a lot of energy. I mean, just think about the amount of energy. And that it could be that all that energy that's been stored in the oceans for the last few decades, the oceans have been just sucking it up and taking it and taking it. And now it's, might be the time when the oceans are like, here you go. Here's all the energy I've been helping you. Here's what I've been helping you out with, but I can't really help you anymore because I'm at capacity. I got no more room. And it's just, releases all that energy back out into the atmosphere. Sure. But man, that's a lot of energy. I find this particular prediction to be pretty wild. Maybe we'll go back and look at it, at the actual reasons for this. But I think we're well aware of Sam Carana's thinking. Clever depiction of global climate warming for each month of each year since 1940 from Copernicus. So, we are here, right? Here's the circle where we are. We are here. Again, I don't know, this indicates momentum. A lot of momentum because it's a lot of energy. There is a lot of energy involved in switching from blue to red. A whole truckload of energy. Right? And I don't know how we go back to blue. I don't know how, even if we all banded together and sat sat on a lawn somewhere, on a grassy knoll somewhere, and just and talked it out and just discussed how it is we would go back to blue. There are ways there, but it's almost past time for action. And I know. We could just go ahead and say pretty much past time, but I still have some hopium in my pipe, and that's okay. I'm gonna smoke it. But I don't see I don't see indications that we're gonna do that. That we're all gonna sit down all together and all figure this out. No, I think we're all just gonna run for the hills screaming. I think that's more like the likely scenario, and it's unfortunate. That's not the scenario I want to see. I want to see the scenario where we all sit down and go like, you know what? We could do this a whole lot better. And, all that energy produces, flooding, incredible flooding after Cyclone Jasper in northern Queensland. That's happening there. Let's see. We've got more. Let's see. Hold on one second, guys. Just trying to do my best to play a little bit of catch up in the ordering of the show. Might as well just do this. I'm going to do like this and like this. Hold on. Oh, sir. I know. You're glued to your seat. What's going to happen? Let's see. All right. Here's an interesting story. And we're going to talk about how the people that are supposed to be like keeping you safe and making the world a better place and insisting that everybody live to a particular moral standard, right? The people that are the people in charge that are the experts that know better, and and they're very respectable and stuff. Former Facebook diversity strategist pleads guilty to stealing more than $4 million from the company. And there's a lot to say about this. The diversity strategist pleaded guilty to wire fraud. So, this person that's in charge of like making sure everything is super equitable and like we're all here and keeping you safe online from crazy people are the crazy people, right? So it's no wonder that people just don't trust anybody in charge of anything. It's no wonder. It's no wonder that nobody really, is a fan of the stories that they're hearing coming out. Here's another one. Here's another one. Journalists who advocated that the unvaccinated be put in concentration camps dies suddenly at the age of 33. Again, journalist, very respectable, works for a very respectable news outlet, is in charge of telling people the right idea. They don't want the wrong ideas about anything being passed around because that's misinformation. It could lead people to do, really bad things like think or make their own decisions or read or there's that number again. You're right. Something's in the water. Very good. Good looking. William, yes, my new time slot is 9 to 10 right now, 10ish. And I'm unfortunately I may have to change it again, but right now it's at 9. Right now it's 9. We're sticking with 9. We're going to ride with 9. We're fine with 9. Just repeat that. Fine with 9. Something like that. I don't know. Anyways, Ian Vandell has died after being hospitalized and declared neurologically dead, his family revealed. Vandell was a business journalist who worked as a reporter and editor at the Financial Post, and we don't know why he died. We don't know. We don't know why he died. It could be anything. But he was a journalist who pushed for vaccine mandates in concentration camps. He also suggested unvaccinated people be arrested. So there's that. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, for all the time changes. I really am. Trust me, I prefer to not have to change the times all the time. I like a nice, steady time to do the show, and I think it helps everybody get here. Right now it's at 9. Is this the same? Oh, and here's, again, I don't know, the people that are trying to insist that, people think the right thoughts and do, are the people that may not be doing the right things, may not be living the highest ethical standards on their own, in their own life, right? House votes to condemn presidents of MIT, UPenn, and Harvard. Calls on the presidents of Harvard and MIT to follow suit and resign. This is incredibly dangerous and fascist. People have no idea how bad this will be for free speech going forward. Billionaire Bill Ackman, friend of RFK Jr., remember that, he's behind this. The House votes, again, people, going back to the first post, people are stretched to the limit. There's an impending financial disaster happening. People are really fearful about the future and what's going on, and and the people in charge can't seem to get together and hold a vote, like an emergency, financial bailout for the citizens of the U.S., some emergency homeless shelter measures, some emergency food disbursement measures, some emergency rental, caps, anything like that, anything. Medicare for most. How about that? Maybe not even Medicare for all. How about Medicare for most? Maybe Medicare for all, but the super wealthy who can already afford their own medical care. No, we're not having any votes on anything like that. We're having votes about condemning anti-Semitism on college campuses, because that's important. We're also, sending $100 billion to Ukraine, another $100 billion to Ukraine. What is going on? What's going on? I think people are really have had it up to here. Yeah, so that's what they're doing, because it's super important. Yeah. Benjamin Netanyahu. This is a wild video. I don't know. He says, okay, now listen, there are people in my chats that call me a conspiracy theorist, but this guy says that Hitler didn't want to kill the Jews. He didn't want to kill the Jews. He really didn't want to, because, he was actually kind of just a fair guy. But a Muslim put him up to it. That's what Netanyahu says. Netanyahu. Woo. Yeah. What? What are you talking about? He says a Muslim said, "Oh, yeah, you know, I know you don't like the Jews. Don't kick them out of your country. They'll all come here. We don't want that." And that's why he had to do the things he did. Wow, that's a good one, Netten. No, it's here. You want to hear the video? You want to hear the video? It's not fake. I mean, unless they put, I don't know. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know if I even got. Oh, maybe I didn't get all of them. Here, let's hear it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm getting the video because he's actually saying these words in English. He's saying them out loud. He's saying them on a microphone. It is not fake. So, yeah. I really try not to bring you fake news. I really do. I really try. Here.
Hitler didn't want to exterminate the Jews at the time. He wanted to expel the Jews. And Haj Amin al-Husseini went to Hitler and said, if you expel them, they'll all come here. So what should I do with them? He asked. He said, burn them. Hitler didn't want to
So that's it?
exterminate the Jews at the time. He wanted
It
to
wasn't
expel.
Hitler's idea. It was an evil Muslim's idea. There you go. That's not my misinformation. I don't subscribe to that theory at all. I don't think anybody else does either. Just netting. Oh, how many Bidens are there? There's like 6 or 7. There's a lot of Bidens. And this is an interesting, I don't know. I might have to like go to Rockfin to show this video. Ramaswamy is on CNN doing like a town hall thing, and he starts talking about stuff, and they're like they start like shutting him down. It's a little bit like the interaction. It's almost like it almost verges on being like pretty heated. Pretty heated. So let's look. Okay, yeah, we're probably gonna have to watch that on Rockfin. Rockfin people, how are you? What up? Oh, you're fine. Going south, you're fine. You're good, man. You're good, man. You're good. You're good. You're not banned on YouTube. Nobody banned you, sir. I have noticed some people have asked me sometimes whether I like. I think Poppy asked me a few times if I blocked her, and I looked and went into the settings and saw that she was blocked. I would never block you or Poppy or anybody else. I never would do that. However, I don't know about the platform itself might be doing funny things, so I don't know. So you're not blocked, man. I don't know. And your suggestion is fine. Don't worry about it. I appreciate your suggestion very much. It takes me like time to think about things and whether how I'm going to implement them or whether I'm going to implement it. Just like, but I got it. I got it, and I do appreciate it. Anyways. You are banned? Okay. Well, I'll look at it. I'll look. I can't really look at it right now, but I'll see if you're. I don't know why you would be. I personally had nothing to do with that, so I'm sorry. When you know how things just are like, things can just be glitchy too. You know. I hate to blame thing on glitches, but that happens. Glitches happen. You know, things be glitching. It's real. Yeah, it is real. It is wild. Like, it's wild. That is wild. Really? That is bizarre. What, you know, anyways. Yeah, only one thumbs up? How dare you? How dare you? Everybody thumbs up, whatever, wherever you are, please thumb it up. Like it. Thumbs. Let's look at this. We will watch that video, that Vivek video, but we will watch it on Rockfin, I think. Even though it's on CNN, it's on YouTube, it's on CNN. I mean, it's on. I just don't know. Maybe we will watch it. UC 13? Well, all right. I take it back. A double blue ocean event. What the hey? I just don't know. I mean it's so much energy. Here in my mind, the amount of energy it would take for something like that would be like, you know, just explosive, right? You know, to melt all the ice in the Arctic and the Antarctic, you know, or the sea ice, that is, would just be like whoosh, you know what I mean? Like a wiping away of the planet. Like that, it would be a lot of freaking energy. So I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, the oceans would have to be super hot for that to happen that quickly. Super hot. Could it happen? Sure. Is there a possibility? Maybe. Probability? I just don't see it. Now, if you ask me whether that might happen in the next 10 years, there's higher probability for me. But 1 year, I just don't see that huge amount of energy being unleashed. But I could be wrong. If there's that much energy that's unleashed, I don't think anybody's going to be here to really witness the rest of it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the sea ice is almost gone. You won't be able to really, like, there won't be any way for people to really, like, sit around and witness that. I think people will be, like, living in the mountains or something. Whoever's left of us is going to be living in the mountains or in caves or something, because that is just a ton of energy. But I might be wrong. Maybe I'm just not that great of an expert. I don't know. A double blue ocean event could occur in 2024. Both Antarctic sea ice and Arctic sea ice could virtually. Sorry. That's not the one I wanted. Hold on. Could virtually disappear in 2024. A blue ocean event occurs when sea ice extent falls to 1 million kilometers or less, which could occur early 2024 for Antarctic sea ice and in summer 2024 in Northern Hemisphere for Arctic sea ice. The situation regarding Antarctic sea ice extent is pictured in the image below, which shows that on December 12th, 2023, Antarctic sea ice extent was around 10 million kilometers squared. 9.5 million. A record low for this time of year. So here we are. And I guess this is a projection to almost like 2 million, which would be very low. Would be very low. Well, this is where it was in 2023. So this is where it was, around 2 million. So he's saying, oh, well, maybe it could get to within 1 million kilometers square. Antarctic sea ice extent may well be much lower in February 2024, with sea ice loss fueled by several self-reinforcing feedback loops. I mean, I don't know. Maybe maybe the wolves have been unleashed already, and it's just there's no going back. Yeah, G. Demarest, 2023 Antarctic sets a record low maximum by a wide margin. Jazz Farm Beckwith was talking about Antarctic sea ice as well. We are absorbing gazillions of Hiroshimas a second. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, I feel like it's a lot of energy for all of that to happen, but maybe I'm super wrong. Arctic on December 12th, 2023, it said Arctic sea ice extent was third lowest for this time of year. Only 2016 and 2020 were lower. The years 2016 and 2020 had the highest annual temperature. A tie on record, and the annual temperature record is likely to be surpassed in 2023. Isn't it already? Don't we already know that? Well, 2024 may be even worse, as the chance that the current El Nino will slow down soon is minimal. Arctic sea ice extent would have been even lower had the Atlantic meridional overturning circulation not been slowing down. As a result of the AMOC slowing down, less ocean heat is reaching the Arctic Ocean. Instead, a huge amount of ocean heat has been accumulating in the North Atlantic, and much of this heat could soon be pushed abruptly into the Arctic Ocean as storms temporarily speed up currents that carry ocean heat into the Arctic Ocean. All right. Well, that's what Sam Cran is proposing. A double blue ocean event. And again, I'm not saying this couldn't happen. I'm just saying I don't know. Seems like a lot of energy, but maybe that is where we're headed. And if that's true, I dread that. I do. I don't know that we're going to be bumping along very well if we have like a double blue ocean event. And I mean, we've already hit 1.5 and 2C in the same year, global temperature wise, which indicates rapid warming, right? Like just a massive amount of warming. So it's let's see. All right. There were a couple other things. I actually wanted to look at this. Before we jump to Rockfin, we are going to jump to Rockfin in a second. Why? So I can show you this Vivek. Let's see. I wanted to look at this. Well, this is from 2021. The U.S. Department of Agriculture said it expects coffee consumption globally to outpace production in 2021. in 2021. Where's this? I'm trying to look for this Business Insider. So that's already been done. Let's see if I can find it. Can you get out of my way? Having a hard time with the old Google machine. I can't find this. Jesus. Why is coffee so expensive? Let's see. I'll try it one more time. Holy shnikes. Wish I could do this faster while everybody is waiting. Anyways, man, I can't find it. Here's from, 2023. Surge in global coffee consumption outpaces production. Yeah. Climate change has disrupted production. Climate change. Climate change. No, thanks. They keep asking me things like I want to talk to the crossover is around 2020. Okay, yeah. Climate change has disrupted production. However, they are covering the gap with stocks. Countries like India, China, and others drive this coffee consumption boom, which leads to the production struggle. We are increasing the production, but not at the same speed as the consumption. Certainly not at the speed of my consumption. I need 2 cups of coffee at the same time. Well, so if you're wondering why the coffee is so expensive, that could be part of it. Poppy Davis debating building a greenhouse or a distillery. I say go Dukes of Hazzard. Full Dukes of Hazzard. Get your distillery on. Start making that shine. Start making that shine for the people in the mountains. That's what I say. All right, guys. We're going to jump to Rockfin. We're going to jump to Rockfin. And I'm going to show you this video. This actually fairly entertaining video of Vivek and this CNN lady having kind of an altercation. Not really an altercation, but there is just very very heated debate. Saltwater beer. That sounds I don't even drink beer. That sounds good. Oh, these are good links, Denver. This is from 2021. The record number of ships stranded outside California ports, and I remember that year. I remember seeing all the ships out in the ocean. I don't know if they unraveled that supply chain knot a little bit. So many psyops ago, yes. Right. I think they have mostly. Now the big story is around the Panama Canal. There's a big backup in the Panama Canal, which would, for sure, backup in the Panama Canal would affect almost everything. But so they're saying that the backup at the Panama Canal is due to climate change, is due to drought conditions, making it difficult to pump all the water. They have like these container ponds next to the canal that they pump the water in and out of the canals, right, to move the ships. But these retaining ponds are getting low. The water is evaporating because of drought, and so that's what they're saying is causing, or at least part of the backup. And other people think that it is not. That's a likely story, right? Oh, sure. Climate change, so there's two. Different takes on that, but as far as I know, it's because they're because they're in drought conditions. It's as far as I know, but I'm just taking somebody's word for it. But they're planning on building another canal, I think through Belize, if I'm not mistaken. So they want to build another canal so that, there's not just one. Well, for multiple reasons. Just as a backup, I guess. All right, guys. YouTubers, I'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. We're going to jump to Rockfin for a few minutes. I want to play this Vivek. We'll still be on Callin and on Twitter, okay? Peace out.